After spending an adventurous week in the UK running the 268-mile spine race last month, I was now back in the US and eager to continue my latest lifetime goal of completing a 100-mile race in every state. While I've got 33 100-miler plus finishes, I only managed to cover 14 states in the process. So Cascade Crest 100 in Washington was going to be my 4th state of the year and my 15th state in total. Unfortunately, things didn't quite work out that way. While I did have an amazing adventure and was able to rely on an amazing support crew, it appeared that I wasn't fully recovered from the spine race just yet. However, I did manage to capture this year's Cascade Crest course in its entirety, and that was due to its out-and-back nature. So while I only ran the first half, it also happened to be the second half. So I hope you'll enjoy both the rugged beauty of this course as well as the ramblings of an ultra-runner as he decides to call it a day.
Well, I'm good to go.
You're good to go. Have fun out there. Did you get a pacer bit?
How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Ready to be out there for a while?
A little while.
30 hours or more? Yeah?
Qualifiers got skipped over, but I didn't necessarily take people off because if we were on the list, I would have gone.
Let's go! I see him. High five! Ooh, let's do this!
See you, buddy.
Miles in, hour 15. We've been climbing We got some more climbing to do. But just look at these views. Amazing! First descent of the day. Probably going to be short-lived, but whee! That's why I do these things, and I just got to keep reminding myself during those dark times that this is why. update. 7 miles in, 2 hours 15, and just crazy views right now. Beautiful single track. We've been climbing for the last 2 hours, and it's definitely warm. Taking it easy, enjoying the scenery, and hopefully not blow up. This is Pacific Northwest running. You've got like rocky, sandy, dry clearings, and then you're entering lush green forest, and before you pop out again on a ridge line. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, look at that. Is that Rainier?
Yep.
Spectacular. Alright, we might as well do an update. 11 miles in, just over 3 hours. We're finally descending some. I think we got less than 2 miles to the second aid station, and we've climbed quite a bit already. I'd have to check my watch, which I'm not going to do right now because sure enough I'm going to trip and fall. But I'm just enjoying this little descent right now. See how long that lasts, because like I said, we had the biggest climb of the day already. Obviously there's plenty more. With 23,000 feet of elevation gain, Cascade Crest 100 is not an easy race, but it is a gorgeous race. Cascade mountain range is just beautiful. All right, rolling into the second aid station at 12.5 in 3 hours 20 minutes.
Doing great job,
Hey, thank you, thank you. All right, I'll make this the 4-hour update. We've been climbing for the last 30 minutes ever since leaving the second aid station. We're climbing up to the PCT. I managed to get some ice, trying to stay cool as soon as possible. We're already, the sun is already blasting us from above because it's so high up in the sky. There's no clouds, and we're at midday now, so the sun is right above us. So anyway, feeling all right. Just keeping moving and take in what the trail gives me and see how it goes. Looks like an aid station may be near.
Kind of, right? Yeah. I think mileage-wise it should be.
Oh yeah, we should be very close. Yep. As long as I have fluids, I'll be a happy man. Yeah. Yep. 4:45, 16.5 miles. Little Bear. Boom. Thank you, thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
Where can I put your bottles for you? Come on in, come on in.
All right. 5-hour update, 5 hour 10 minutes. Got about 18.5 miles in the book, in the bank. 6,000 feet climbed, which is about a quarter of the total vert, maybe a bit more. And been having a nice descent since the last aid station. And 6 miles between the last aid station and the next one, so Tacoma. 22 miles, just under 6 hours. Whoop whoop. Just left Tacoma aid station. 6 hours 13 in, and we're going to be climbing quite a bit on this 6.5 mile stretch, and then we're going to descend some too. I don't know if it's up and down, but either way, quite a bit of climbing, so it has to be pretty substantial push in one go, so we'll see. But those views, just amazing. It's definitely gotten hot and makes these climbs, no breeze, full sun, pretty challenging. All right, 7-hour update. So almost 25 miles in and 7,500 feet climbed, and right now we're doing another nearly 2,000 foot climb to Snowshoe Butte. Of course I want to call it Snowshoe Butte, but I think it's Snowshoe Butte. And then I think we also have still a bit of a descent in this leg before the next aid station. So there's Rainier. Spectacular views. Coming into Snowshoe aid station in 8 hours exactly, just under 29 miles, and the heat is what's hurting. Got a bit of a pinky toe issue, but don't feel it right now when I'm hiking or walking uphill, so I'll try to keep an eye on it. But right now I'm just going to refuel. Thank you. Thank you. Whew. It's warm.
It is warm, but we have a hat pumping station.
Alright, awesome. Awesome. Into Stampede, mile 33 in 9:04. Hey.
1+1, and it's moving.
job. Let me give this to you.
When I finally got to see my crew at mile 33, the signs of how my day would turn out were clearly visible. While his son Xavier kept the camera rolling, my buddy Jay did everything he could to lift me up, both mentally and physically. He refueled me, helped me change my shoes, even put ice in my back and kept the positive talk going. I was doing my best to hit the reset button. Time wasn't an issue, but I pictured a long, long day ahead and started to feel like I wasn't ready for it, like my body wasn't ready for it. I kept drinking, but solid foods just didn't appeal to me. In fact, I chewed on a hummus wrap for a solid 10 minutes before finally giving up and just spitting it out. I was able to eat spring energy gels, awesome sauce to be more specific, but other than that, my body just wasn't having it. I figured if I could just keep moving slowly, eventually my stomach would return to normal and I could get back after it, especially once the sun would set. So after a nearly 20-minute reset or so, I grabbed my pack and I got back out there.
Keep eating, keep drinking. Okay, focus there.
Try.
Yeah, do you want all those or?
Sure.
Okay. I'll eat with you.
Hey, with TJ?
Try. You try.
Okay. Oh, this is not feeling good.
You're 35 minutes in front of your A plan.
Yeah, I know.
So you're doing great, and you've been holding that the whole time.
Yeah.
So you're not feeling great. You're still ahead of your pace.
Yeah.
So
All right.
start talking to yourself positive.
Yep.
Drink all that fluid.
All right, here's the 10-hour update. 10 hours, 35 miles. It's been quite rough the last hour plus. Getting into the last aid station, hit my first low point, hopefully the last, but there's no telling. I just don't want to eat right now. I tried. I was chewing a tortilla for like 10 minutes until I finally had to spit half of it out. I just couldn't swallow it. Chugged a couple of small Gatorades, filled up my vest. So we've got 7 miles. Now still 5 miles to the next aid station. I know I want to get this done, so I gotta figure out a way to muddle through this and see if I can't come out on the other end feeling a bit better than I do right now. I changed shoes because, well, my pinky toe on the right side is developing a blister, I think, so I tried just a shoe change. In the meantime, I'm just going to try to keep moving forward and see if I can't feel better. I got to take in some calories, but I just don't feel like eating. I just got to force down a gel and see what happens. Well, this is the 11-hour update, and I am 38.5 miles in. And I'm exhausted. Questioning whether I should continue. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Not even 4 weeks post spine race. Mentally and physically exhausted. Oh, what to do. I don't know. Obviously right now I got no choice but to make it to the next aid station. Mile 40. I won't see my crew, Jay and his son, until mile 50. So I don't know. I guess I'll try to at least make it there and and then go from there. Alright, I'm rolling into Meadow, 8 station, mile 40. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, I made it out of the last 8 station, but I've kind of made up my mind that I'm just gonna keep hiking as long as I can, either to 46 or 50, whatever. 50 is where I have crew. I don't think I'm recovered, and I don't think it is wise to keep going. I ate potato soup and quesadilla and drank a bunch of Coke. I had eaten 2 gels over the last 2 hours and drank liquid calories 200. So that's not happening for me today. And I have a feeling this would be a death march. And as bad as I want this buckle and as much time and money as I invested in this, I don't know if that's a good enough reason to do this. It's not something I like to talk about out loud. Just the thought of not finishing is... I hate it. I know how much I'm going to hate it tomorrow. I know how much I hate the thought right now. You know, maybe I am not recovered from the spine race. Anyway, this is rambling. This is flow of consciousness. I just figured I say it out loud, the thoughts that have been going on in my head. Obviously, mentally, I'm not strong enough right now to really put these thoughts away. Oops, sorry. Oh, nice work. Nice work. Beautiful lighting right now before sunset. Such a pretty course. I wish I felt better. It sucks. I mean, this doesn't suck. This course is beautiful. The way I feel sucks. Look at these views. It's just awesome. Beautiful. Even on a shitty day, this place still inspires. So I'm gonna appreciate what I can. Alright, 13-hour update. I'm still trying to make my way to the next aid station. I think I've got about 2.5 miles to go, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do. I just don't want to make the final decision. But while I'm out here, I've still taken in the scenery. After all, either way, no matter what happens, I'm seeing the entire course because it's an out and back, and my crew is at mile 50, so I'm definitely, if I can, gonna cover the next 7 miles to get there, but just don't know what I'm gonna do after that. It's just, I don't want to death march it to a finish. It's just not, I just don't want to do it. And I think that's what it's going to be. My feet are already beat up, clearly not fully recovered. But man, look at these views. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool no matter how I feel. I think this was a rock slide or avalanche or something. Shoot. My goodness. Look at those mountains. It's getting darker. I may have to pull over here in a bit, get the headlamp out. Another aid station, but it's just delaying the inevitable. O'Lally Meadows, mile 45 point something.
While my scream made this rolled ankle sound pretty bad, I was able to walk it off after all. However, it was just the nail in the coffin of how my day was going. I stopped at the aid station and ate some pierogies and then continued on to the turnaround point where my crew were eagerly waiting for me. Jay had a pretty good idea of what I was about to say, so he pointed me to where the bathroom was at so I could clean up before we headed to his house. Overall, this was another amazing adventure and I'm already itching to go back to finish what I started. Would I have preferred to finish? Of course. But there's a much bigger goal ahead for me, the Tour de Jean in September. After the spine race in June, this will be an even bigger challenge, and making it to the start line 100% healthy is an absolute necessity.